A lot of people don't believe that story, but that's actually exactly what happened. He
Mhm.
came in one day and just said, "Yeah, guys, we're having a festival." And I remember my actual immediate reaction. I said, "Wait, this year?" And he's like, "Yeah." It was nerve-wracking because like I said before, I have never personally been to a music festival. We dropped the flyer June 4th, and the festival was August 31st. So even from March to June, like, we were still in planning phases, but June was our official, like, launch date, and then the actual festival was August 31st.
What's up, y'all? It's Ngozi, and I'm back with another episode of Afro Archives Podcast. For today's guest, I'm speaking with Bri Tiafoe, the Director of Digital Marketing for Afro Plus Fest. In today's episode, we talk about how the Afro Plus team executed the inaugural festival in about 5 months, lessons learned, and what attendees can expect from the 2026 edition, and also how to prepare. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And now let's get into today's episode. Again, thank you so much for joining Afro Archives Podcast. And before I get into my questions, I actually want to share the backstory about how we know each other for people who watch this episode.
Yeah.
So during my freshman year, I came out to Towson to visit because I went to Temple in Philly, but I would come out and then that's how we ended up meeting one another.
Yep.
And I know that I would say like kind of majority of Afro Plus went to Towson, kind of like I
Yeah.
know Mike, the
But
CEO, Derek,
yep.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. A good over half of us, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So the first question I like to ask my guests is, what are three songs from the past that define your journey of becoming a music enthusiast, or three artists if three songs is too hard?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Dang, do I wanna go artists or songs? Mm,
Most people do artists. I know songs is hard.
songs is hard. It is. Okay, I'll do artist.
Artists.
Um, okay, music enthusiast, I have to throw in Drake in there.
Okay.
Drake is my favorite rapper. Drake has been my favorite rapper since high school, so it's been a long time coming with me and Drake, so I gotta put him in there because I listen to Drake literally probably every day.
Oh
So
well.
Drake for sure. Um, on the Afrobeats side, surprisingly, people might not guess this for me because I mean, he's not super duper popular right now, and I don't listen to him too often right now. But when I was growing up and probably some years back, techno was actually one of my favorites. I love
Yes,
techno.
underrated. He's very underrated.
He's very underrated. I love techno. I think his songs are good. I think he is suitable for all different types of ages and crowds. I think his music just it gets me excited and happy every time I don't think there's any even his slow songs, like, I love his slow songs, like, he has really good music, and like you said, he's very underrated. But I would
Very.
definitely say techno. He's one of my favorites as well. And lastly, I'm gonna go with Rihanna just because Rihanna is my favorite, female artist, and I think her music and just her as a person, I just like her as a person, so even though she doesn't make much music for us anymore, I still love
Exactly.
her. She's still one of my favorites, so those would be my 3.
Okay, that's a very diverse top three for
No.
sure.
Yeah.
Great music taste though. Great music taste.
Yes.
And then to start off, so I want to start off with talking about AfroPlus's Inception as a whole, not just the festival, because
Mhm,
I know that, you guys have gone viral and the festival has blown up, but you
mhm.
guys have been in the game for a bit now.
Yeah.
So for you specifically, you've been in the entertainment scene for, I would say like about a decade or so.
About
So
yeah.
take me back to the beginning days of ADC at Towson to then Heatwave DC and then now to AfroPlus.
Well, let me first start by saying it's been a blessing to, still be a part of something so big and notable for the culture. Growing up, I actually was not a heavy African, surprisingly to most. I went to high school in Frederick County, Maryland, so I was not really around a vast majority of Africans. So my African, culture and celebratory lifestyle didn't really come until I would say college, but ADC was great to me. I always credit ADC as, the foundation of who I am today and where I am in the entertainment industry and just in the African diaspora around this area today. Credit ADC for that. I was very involved with ADC. That was kind of my first introduction to like a big group that celebrates African culture and African entertainment and things of that nature. I was Miss ADC, I was historian, I was president of ADC, so I was definitely heavily involved there. And then that's how I met a lot of the people that I do work with still today, like Michael and Vicky and Grace and so on and so forth. I met a lot of them in ADC and we started, or Michael had already started a group that was called Change Foundation at the time. And I started to help out with that. And that's how I got into like the ASA weekends and the Mr. and Miss ASA pageants and things like that. So that also gave me a bit of insight on how like bigger events were run. And then We did Heat Wave, which was in, I hope I'm not wrong, but 2022. And no, the very first one was actually in 2018. Yes, it was in
2018. Okay.
2018, and that's when we had, Burna Boy. We had Burna Boy, he had just dropped Ye, so he was really, really hot at the time.
Oh.
So for me, I was like, "Whoa," like, that was my first, like, introduction to doing something of that level, like, a actual concert that, like, we were throwing. So we had Burna Boy, we had a lot of other people that came out for that one. That one was pretty successful. And then the second one was in 2022, and that's the one we had Tiwa Savage, Adekunle Gold, Asake was there as well. That one was a hiccup for us, but I still appreciate it and I don't regret it because it was a learning experience. And I think that if that did not happen, we would not be who we are today. So as much as it's the pain sometimes to look back on the things that didn't go so well, I do also appreciate them because they are like the segue to where we are now. They got us to this space. I don't think there would be Afro Plus if Heat Wave did not fail. And as much
Hmm.
as it pains me that it did fail and it was hard to, experience and just bear witness because a lot of our friends and family came out and just the simple fact that we weren't able to please people the way we wanted to. It was a painful experience, but like I said, I am happy about it still or appreciative of it still because it definitely birthed this new wave of Afro Plus, and I think with where we are now, we're on the path, if not already doing to do great things. So I'm very excited for what's to come in the future of Afro Plus, and I'm very thankful for my past in African and ASA culture that's gotten me here.
Hey guys, quick check in. If you've been enjoying this episode so far of Afro Archives Podcast, please be sure to hit that subscribe button so this community of African music enthusiasts can keep growing. And while you're at it, hit that like button as well. And now let's get back into today's episode. I love that. And absolutely, I feel like lessons learned, like
Yep,
they really help you to grow. There's
yep,
no expansion without, some failures in
yes,
between. And then I know you've described Afro Plus as a fresh start.
mhm,
And for those who aren't aware, the plus in Afro Plus signifies African culture plus more.
mhm.
So from Caribbean music to hip hop. So can you share more about the importance of inclusivity for the Afro Plus team?
I think inclusivity has always been very important to us, and it's kinda hard to communicate that sometimes, especially in the DMV area that we live in because there are the prominent, African cultures that are around us, like, there are a lot of Nigerians, there are a lot of Ghanaians, so it's kinda hard when you wanna include everybody, but you don't wanna have, like, individual events because it might not be on the same level as others, and, you just wanna make sure that everybody feels like they're able to come into your space. So I think that's kind of what we thought about first when it came to Afro Plus. Like, yes, we do have Lagos Island for Nigerian independence, and we have our Black Stars brunch for Ghana independence, but we always communicate that these events are open to any and everybody. And I think that's a really big priority for us because we don't want people to feel like you can only come to join us if you're Nigerian or you can only come to join us if you're from Ghana. And that's kind of just what we want to promote and what we continue to promote, which is why we work so hard to have the lineups that are inclusive to everybody so that it feels like it's a festival for everyone. And we try our best to make sure that everybody is accounted for. That's this is not always perfect and it's not always possible, but I think we do a good job at making sure that everybody feels welcomed in our space. Because even if we are having an event, like I said, that's tailored to one region or one specific country, we do always open the invitation to everybody, and we always make sure that everybody has a good time and everybody feels welcomed in our spaces.
Yeah, and I feel like that's definitely important because, like you said, I feel like sometimes, Nigerians get pushed to the forefront and everything, but there's so many countries in Africa. Like, let's just widen things a bit. So I like that you guys are a part of that. And
Yes.
then for AfroPlus, you are the director of digital marketing, so
Yes.
handling graphic design, flyers, all the things.
Yep.
And I know that you designed the debut flyer on your laptop while in your bed. And
Yes.
then, so going from that, creating it in your room to it being shared all over social media.
Yep.
So describe to me how that experience was for you.
Man. It's actually funny because, like you said, I was designing this flyer literally in my room on my laptop. I know people probably think I'm in some office somewhere with all these desktops and whatnot, but I have nothing like that. I literally just have a singular MacBook that I design all these things on. I have to, of course, thank God for the talent that He has given me. I don't think I would be where I'm at without Him. I don't think I would be in this space without Him, and I do credit all of my skill and talents to God, especially. But
Amen.
being able to see my work in all of these spaces and being able to see, like, things that I've designed literally in my bedroom in my pajamas being posted on, like, some of my favorite artists' pages and just like all across media everywhere on Facebook. My mom's friends are even posting it, which is
Oh
just
my
crazy
gosh.
because they're 50 plus. So it's like if they
Yeah.
can reach them, I can reach almost anybody. But
Yeah.
thing that is I'm proud, and I do want to say that it did take me a while to even notice what I was doing. I think
Mm.
a lot of people that I encounter, a lot of people that I come across, I'll talk to them about it or they'll mention it to me and they're like, "Oh, you're a superstar, you're da 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 da." And I'm just like, "You guys think this, but I just think I'm a regular person." And it's so crazy, but I think I'm now finally in the space where I can say I am proud of myself and I am proud of the work that I've done. I'm finally getting to the point where I can realize that the things I do make in my bed on my laptop have an impact. And I think
Yeah.
it's refreshing to see. Like last year was, of course, our inaugural one. So it was the first one. And I was in the moment, but I think because it was our first one and so much was going on, I didn't really have time to process like what I enjoyed from it.
Mhm.
But this time around, I'm excited and I'm happy and proud to see how everything is unfolding so far, and I can't wait to see what we continue to do.
Yes, and you should definitely be proud of yourself
Thank
because, you've been doing graphic design for what? Like 10 years as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
It's been a
it
while
is
since my Snapchat days.
yeah. Yeah, so the work is definitely paying off, and I just
Yes.
think it's definitely inspiring, how you
Yes.
were
Thank
able
you.
to continue, that grind and seeing the impact as well now. So I love that journey. And
Yeah.
then as you were mentioning about the inaugural Afro Plus Fest, so I want to get into talking about the production of that. So that was in August of last year, and I
Yep.
know things started to get rolling in March.
Mhm.
And in a previous interview with Curb Talks podcast, you talked about how Mike like dropped the announcement on the team. No one had experience with throwing a festival.
Yeah.
You yourself, you never even, went to a festival before.
Yeah.
So, what was initially going through your mind, and what did that process look like of executing things in like 5 months?
Whew. Well, it's funny because a lot of people don't believe that story, but that's actually exactly what happened. He kinda
Mm.
came in one day and just said, "Yeah, guys, we're having a festival." And I remember my actual immediate reaction. I said, "Wait, this year?" And he said, "Yeah."
Yeah,
And
you're like, oh,
yeah, we're like, "Whoa,
yeah,
this year?" But that was
yeah.
in March, and when he said it, of course, it was nerve-wracking because like I said before, I have never personally been to a music festival, and contrary to popular belief, I'm not a concert girly. I don't
Mm.
really enjoy them. I think I've only been to 1 or 2 maybe outside of the ones that I've actually worked at in my entire
Oh,
life.
oh wow. Which
Yeah.
concerts, if I may ask? I'm interested
I
now.
went to Davido at Capital One Arena
Okay.
in November, I think it was 2024, and I went to a Gunna concert in Dallas, Texas in 2025. So,
Okay.
yeah, those are the 2 that I've been to. But, yeah, I'm not a big concert person, and it was a bit of, like, a shock because it's like, wow, we're actually about to be putting on a festival for thousands of people. Like, we've done concerts, we've done Heatwave, but, like, this is a festival. This is something that's much more, much bigger. It requires a lot more. So I think we were all kind of flustered, but as much as I was nervous, I was prepared. And I was prepared because I
Mm,
have faith in the people that I work with, and I know exactly what they're capable of and what they can do. And I've just seen how we work together for years. These are not people who are new to me. And even the ones who
mhm.
are new to me, I know that they're here for a reason. I know that they're here and they're able to, support the works that we already have started. So it was a nerve-wracking thing to know that we're doing a festival in a couple of months, but I was also still prepared and ready for the task. And I think everybody on my team can say the same.
Yeah. 5 months, that's no small thing,
Nah,
especially for the lineup that you guys had, and,
yes.
people
Mind
coming
you,
out, not even just being in the DMV, like, coming out of town for
exactly.
this.
We
Yeah.
dropped the flyer June 4th, and the festival was August 31st.
Yeah,
So even
that's a
from
bit
March to
unheard of.
June, we were still in planning phases, but June was our official, like, launch date, and then the actual festival was August 31st. So if you think about the time that we actually told the general public to when it actually
Mhm.
happened, it's like, wow.
Yeah, no, kudos to you guys for sure. And I know it was supposed to be a 2-day festival, right? So, like,
Yeah.
when did that change happen in the process?
Um, I don't actually even remember, but I'm not gonna lie, I was happy it did.
No.
I was happy
Cut
it
it
did.
down,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, like, now that we're doing 3 days, it's like, okay, we got the first one out under our belt. We're kinda we're better prepared, but that first time, the 2 days, I was like, I don't know
Yeah.
about that." But I don't really
Yeah.
remember when that switch happened, but I think it was for the best, and I think it was the best decision to be made at the time.
Okay, so there was definitely alignment there with how
Yeah.
that transition happened.
Mhm.
And with executing anything for the first time, of course, there's going to be hiccups. So, can you share with me a few examples of challenges that the team faced, like before and during the festival?
Oh, well, a lot of people don't or didn't get to see because we didn't share much of, like, the behind the scenes journey of getting to the festival, but
Mhm.
there was a lot of work that we had to do ourselves, even leading up to the night before the festival. Like, I remember the night before, some of us did not leave there until about 5 AM,
Oh my god.
and when we went home or when we left and knowing we had to come back the next morning, we were like, "I don't know if we're fully ready."
So
Like,
what was the time gap? Like leaving at 5, coming back at 8? Like what was that?
whew, I personally left around 2-ish, and I came back the next morning, like, right before 7. So, yeah, we don't get much sleep here. I'll be very honest. Anybody that wants to be a part, just know you're signing off your life.
Uh,
We don't get much sleep here, but we do a lot of work, and we take pride in the work that we do, but we did have a couple of hiccups, even just, like, technical issues, like the graphics that were on the screens not being correct or just people trying to get different credentials that weren't correct, like, things like that that we didn't really account for, that we didn't think of the first time. Even things like water, like,
mm,
throwing a festival, of course, you need water, but I think we just underestimated the amount that we did need. So we ended up running out of water. We had to send people to the store to get water. It was just a lot of little hiccups that I feel like this year will be far more prepared for because we've done it before now. So I think things like that are the things that we ran into the first year. But we actually, for it to be a first year festival, I do still feel like we did a pretty good job overall.
mm.
But the hiccups were things that, they were little. They probably could have been sorted out or taken care of if we would have known better or if we had just paid a little bit more attention to things prior to.
Yeah, and I feel like festivals in general, even if they've been going on for 10 years, however long, there's always gonna be something.
Oh,
Something will always pop up. So
always.
for this to be your first time,
Yes.
I mean, definitely give yourself grace for sure.
Yeah.
And so, like, what is a misconception or a few misconceptions or like maybe rumors that you would want to debunk about Afro Plus Fest?
Who? Um, people think we are rolling in money, and we are not. I don't wanna make it seem like we're broke because 'cause we're not broke, but
Right.
people think that we personally, like, as the people on the team, like, we're getting big checks and we're just living our best lives. We're not. A lot of this is, like, voluntarily done. We
Mm,
are not paid, like, the people on the board. We are doing this genuinely because we love to do this. This is something that we've been doing for years. Everybody that's involved, they come in knowing that. So it's like, I feel like people think that about us, for one. For two, this is just a pet peeve of mine, I think, because I am, the marketing chair and the designer behind a lot of things, but a lot of people think it is Afro Fest, and it's
mm.
not
I've been
Afro
seeing that
Fest.
all over TikTok, all
Yes.
the videos.
That's another one that has been killing me. I've been trying my best to, market that and communicate to people that it's Afro Plus Fest. Also, just
Mm,
because there's Afro Fest in other places, and I don't want that to be, an issue moving forward or anything that, gets crazy moving forward. I wanna credit
mm,
everybody for the work that they've done, but yes, Afro Plus Fest. A lot of the time when we do, like, giveaways and stuff, people think that we pick our friends or, like, we have
mm.
favorites. I can confidently get on here and say, I don't think we've ever done that, and it's just way too many people to sort through to even do that.
Yeah.
Like, the past giveaway we did this year, because the first year we did a giveaway live, and this year we decided we want to do it again just because it was successful. But this past year, there was over 12,000 comments to sort through. So, it
That's
was
crazy.
almost impossible to even get it done, but we were able to get it done. But a lot of the things that people say about Afro Plus and what we have going on, I don't really pay them too much mind just because, like, it's a lot of things in the media. It's a lot of things that people would say, a lot of things that people won't understand, a lot of, just ideas and things that people have in their own head. But I try my best to, like, not pay too much attention to those things because it can get to your head. But
Mhm.
oh, another big one, the festival is not inside the stadium. I think people think they're gonna be sitting in the bleachers and the artists are gonna be on the field, like, performing, but that is not it. It's regular festival style, like how any other festival would be in a parking lot and a lot outside. It's
Yeah.
gonna be set up pretty similar to last year, but we're making sure that this year we enhance the experience for all of the tiers and all of the different people that will be coming.
Yeah, like you said about, like, quieting the noise, like, people are always gonna have something to say when they've
Always.
never thrown something like a festival, like
Like,
I said, that's not easy. Even a concert
yeah.
itself, like, that's hard work, and then a whole festival,
Yes.
like yeah.
Easy at all.
How long after the first festival did you guys then start planning for this year's?
So the first festival, that one was August 31st.
Mhm.
Gave ourselves a couple of rest days. So, I would say we started planning for this one early 2025. We were scheduled to have our regular Nigerian Independence event, Lagos Island, But it
Mm,
was pretty soon after the festival, and everybody was still a bit tired, and we kinda just didn't have the energy to get the things we needed to get going, so we decided to not do it this year and just, save our energy for the festival. So I would say that well, we all kinda work in different departments. So for some people, the festival planning started as early as soon as we finished. But
okay.
for, like, overall, I would say the beginning of this year.
Beginning this year.
Yeah.
Okay. So a good amount of months, enjoy
Yeah.
the holidays and then get
Yeah.
back to it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So what can people expect from Afro Plus Fest this year and how can attendees better prepare this time around?
Ooh, good question. What can people expect? I would say an all-around better experience. Last year, of course, being our first one, we were learning. I think we
Mhm.
were learning with also a lot of our people who attended because in this area, festivals are not, super duper common. So as much as we were throwing a festival for the first time, a lot of people were attending a festival for the first time. So I think it was a learning experience for both the consumers and for us. This year we plan to have everything better enhanced than it was last year. Security issues, water, of course. We want to make sure everybody is well hydrated. We
Yes.
have certain things in place that will account for people's hydration and things like that. But overall, we just want the experience to be far better. We also are doing 2 stages this year, so we'll be able to, have performances going on at the same time. People kind of can get a feel of whatever artist or whatever vibe they're looking for. So I think that would be another good thing, so that everybody doesn't have to stay in the same, respective area. But yeah, this year we're just planning to go bigger and better, and I think we're on the right path to do that. As far as how people could better prepare, I think for those who went last year, I think they probably kinda got the feel of how the festival would be. They kinda know a bit more what to expect. Definitely to dress comfortably. It's gonna be pretty hot outside around that time of year. This year is not 1 day, it's 3 days, so,
Mm.
getting, the adequate rest that you need to make sure that you're well prepared to party with us for 3 days, because it will be a
Yeah.
lot, so I don't wanna make it seem like it's just a calm thing, because it actually will be a lot. There's a lot to do, there'll be a lot beyond just performances. There'll be merch vendors, food vendors, activations, different sponsor booths, and things like that, so I definitely wanna make sure people are prepared as far as their energy. Um, no heels for the
Yeah, I was
ladies.
gonna say that. No high heels.
No heels for the ladies.
Yeah.
A good heel is nice with a good fit, but if they can figure it out in another way, that would be great, because it is going to be a lot of walking, and I don't want anybody to, their feet hurting, they gotta sit down, this and that, and the third. I think just dressing comfortably is probably the best way to prepare. And just making sure that you're ready to have a good time. Like, I think coming into that space with, like, a positive attitude, positive energy is just the right thing to do. Some people are not too I don't know the word I'm looking for, but some people don't like to be around big groups of people,
Mm.
and sometimes they go into the situations with, like, not the best attitude. So I think if just you come in with a positive attitude, you're with your friends, you're whether you come by yourself or you're with your friends, you're just in a good headspace, ready to have fun. I think we will do our best job to make sure that you enjoy the experience. So I think it's like a you help us, we help you type of situation. Like, if you're in a good mood, attitude is good, everything's working well, then I'm pretty sure you'll have a good time. So yeah.
Yeah, so come with good vibes, ready to
Yeah.
enjoy and dress
Yeah.
comfortably so
Yeah.
no one come and complain that they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so what do you envision for the near future of Afro Plus in general, not even just the festival, just in
Ooh.
general?
Um, this is a good one. What do I envision in the near future? It's kinda hard to say because I feel like the scale we're moving at is just so, like, unheard of for especially people our age. I think that's another thing
Mm,
that people don't know. All of us are under 35.
mm.
Nobody on our board is even 33, I think. We're all
Oh, wow.
relatively young. Michael himself is a CEO. He's only 29 right now, so we're all relatively young, and I think we have a long ways to go, but I do see us, probably expanding to other places outside of the DMV. That's one thing that I really look forward to. You know how, like, Afro Nation travels and Rolling Loud, all those places, they're able to, expand to other regions. I think that's something that's on our radar to do. I don't know the exact timeline of when we will get there, but I definitely for sure see that in our future, especially with how we're going. So that is the main thing that I'm excited to do, to be able to service or bring Afro Plus to other places.
Yeah, and I think that would be amazing and
Yeah.
super smart. And I'm really excited for you guys for this year, praying that things all go well. And, I'm proud of how you guys are putting on for the DMV. As a DMV
Yes.
native, it's and also being Nigerian too, and how
Yeah.
you guys are bringing that inclusivity for African culture. It's really
Mhm.
amazing to see. So I'm proud of you guys for
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you, I
Yes.
appreciate it.
And then thank you so much, Bri, again for joining me on Afro Archives
Of course.
Podcast. I really enjoyed this conversation today.
Me too. This was great. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. All right.